What up, Homo sapiens? This is probably the first time seeing me, so this is your first impression of me. This is just my unfiltered, raw mind blurbles that I am throwing out at you. I just wanted to talk about one of my favorite games that has come out recently, Infinity Nikki. I have been absolutely obsessed with this game. Like, I play it every day. I spent money on it. A little ashamed to admit I spent money. Not a lot of money, okay? Maybe like $60 that that I don't need to be spending. I feel like it was one of those games where it was made for me. I'm so surprised that no other game has tried to join in this niche of like catering to women and just being like unapologetically female, unapologetically feminine. That's the word, not female. Feminine with its approach. And I feel like it was one of those games where I'm like, wow, this was made for me. And honestly, when I started playing it, it might sound a little cringe, might sound a little dramatic, whatever. Like, I honestly like started tearing up when I first played the game because I'm like, where was this all my life? Like, I just felt like it was healing a piece of me, a part of me that I never knew needed healing, like that I never thought about. I mean, I'm an adult, I'm a grown adult, I'm in my mid-20s, but I never thought that a dress-up game would just have me so much in its grasp. It is a gotcha game, you know. It's designed to get you to get you to spend money, to get you to come back and everything. And they use certain psychological elements and things like pulling is essentially like gambling in the sense that they use it to kind of get that dopamine going and to keep you coming back, you know, and all these new bright and shiny things, bright and shiny, wow, brand new, spend money. And even so, I feel like there's just so much more to it. It's one of those, it kind of reminds me of during 2020, you know, we're all stuck in our houses and everything. I'm stuck underwater or whatever. And everybody's playing Animal Crossing. And it's just one of those things that it kind of took your mind off of being cooped up in your house, off of the uncertainty that you were faced with by playing Animal Crossing. You got to run around your island. You got to meet your villagers that would come on there and to build your stuff, to share your island with other people. When, you know, it was one of those things that really helped with communication in a time of isolation. And I feel like Infinity Nikki is fulfilling that role as well. Except instead of isolation, I feel like it's come at a time, you know, I'm an American, by the way. I'm an American trash, by the way. But it's come at a time where there's so much like turmoil going on in the country. And you have this game that's just about it. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like peaceful. There's like a war going on in the game in the background. You can read the lore and stuff. You know, it's not entirely peaceful, but it's cozy in a sense. It's like you can explore Wishfield. You know, you can look at all the beautiful flowers and all the people and the animals. You can pet all the animals. If you see an animal, you can pet them. You can pet them all. You know, and it's just one of those much needed things in this time. The fact that it is so unapologetic, I can't even say that word. It's so like hyper feminine in its presentation and it's unashamed of it. It has me thinking, like, what other games are there that just lean into that type of femininity, you know? Because going back to Animal Crossing, I would not say is feminine. I feel like it's very gender neutral. It's very anybody can play, like nothing is gendered in a sense. And not saying that like dresses are for girls, you know, like, you know, because gender in itself is like a social construct, and the things that people wear is, you know, what goes, who wears what, whatever comes from the communities and the societies that you're living in. That's not what I'm saying. But I mean, if we want to look at like stereotypically, I guess, like the pink, the dresses, the floofiness, the softness, the oh my god, what's going on in my hand? Just all of those things. And I can't recall seeing that in any other mainstream game. I guess The Sims is like the only like feminine game? Question mark? I can think of in recent memory besides Infinity Nikki. Other than that, if you know a game that's like hyper feminine, like a AAA, it's AAA. Yeah, it's one of those things that you don't see every day, and it's surprising that no other company has tapped into that, you know, because it's like there are more gamers. There are more than just guy gamers. Women have money too. You know, we're a demographic to exploit and get money from. Come on, game designers, game developers, step your game up. It's so weird when thinking about like the healing aspects of the game, because I'm like, what exactly is it healing? And I'm gonna try to like put this into words, and it may not make sense, but hopefully you can understand what I'm saying. So I think it's healing in a sense of finally playing a female-centric game, woman-centric, girl-centric, whatever, feminine-centric game, and being seen as a person, not being in turmoil and danger and, you know, awful situations all the time, being able to be a sense of like safety, a sense of just being seen, being safe. Like Nikki in the world, and of course you fight S-lings and stuff, but they never really pose much of a threat. You know, you kill them in one shot, and then you have the other ones that you kill in like 3 shots. Yeah, whoa, 3 times, you know? But she's never in a, like a super dangerous situation. She's respected. Her opinion matters. The people around her enjoy her presence. Like they want her around. They look up to her. Like they don't question her expertise. You know, they notice her talents. They're like, wow, you know, you're such a great stylist. And it's not a question. She is. She's a great stylist. And it's not up for like debate or anything within the game, or I feel like even within real life. Like, and maybe it's healing because it's like all these things in the game as opposed to in real life, just the amount of situations, the amount of oppression essentially that's happening to women in the country right now, with certain rights being revoked and looking at this and looking at that and essentially reducing us to like second-class citizens, and then to be able to get lost in the world where you're not a second-class citizen. If anything, like, you're super awesome and powerful and well respected in a sense, and it's just nice. It's just a nice thing to be, and I appreciate it. Like, when I think about other female characters that you play as in game, right? So let's look at like the first person that comes to mind is like Lara Croft. Lara Croft and Tomb Raider. And I've never played the old Tomb Raiders. I'm talking about the newer ones. Those are the only ones I played, sorry. But when you look at those, it's like, yeah, she's thrust into these like precarious situations and all of that. I mean, she's cool. She's a cool character. She's badass, you know, all that good stuff. But one thing that was always just kind of icky to me in those games were like her death animations. I can't pinpoint it, but I played Uncharted and I've played Tomb Raider, right? And they're very similar games, both adventures. One's a guy, one's a girl, right? And for some reason, maybe I'm imagining things, I don't know. I feel like her deaths were a lot more drawn out than, say, Nathan Drake's. Right? Nathan Drake dies and he's dead. You get a black screen. Lara Croft dies, it's like, you gotta see her getting impaled or whatever. And I'm like, what's up with that? Because it wouldn't be a problem if it wasn't so prevalent in media. Like if in movies and comics and manga or whatever, of women just being so grotesquely abused, and it it's so commonplace that I mean I can't help but notice it. Like if it wasn't, I don't know. I think of like just horror movies. Like what's the one with the freaking clown? The clown guy who goes around killing everybody. I can't think of the title of the movie. But everybody's like, oh, you gotta watch this movie. I'm not watching that. I'm not watching that movie. No, because I feel like when you watch the movies, he tries to figure out the worst way to kill the women as opposed to the men. If it was equal across the board, fine, you know, yay, but it definitely does not feel that way. And it's the same thing with video games, even female-centered video games, where it's like, I don't know, I just noticed the violence being a little more grotesque towards women. Oh, you stupid feminists. It's a feminist gotta ruin everything. They gotta ruin everything. You gotta look too deep in this stuff. It's not that deep. You're being too woke. You know, whatever. That's your opinion. You can think that. You can think I'm looking too deep into it. Whatever. But anyway, back to Infinity Nikki. So yeah, I feel like it's one of those things where Nikki like died? Not really. You get like knocked out or whatever. But then you just respawn. You just respawn back to the warp stone or the last platform you were standing on. And I think that's another thing too. So I feel like the game has completely rid itself of anxiety-inducing events. I'm a big fan of platformers. I like platformers. Played all the Crash Bandicoot games. You know, Astrobot. Couple Mario games, and all of those games have a sense, they give you like a sense of anxiety when you play them, right? Because you're scared of falling, you're scared of dying. If you die too many times, you gotta restart. You gotta restart from the beginning. And, you know, that sucks, especially if you're going through like a really hard level or whatnot. But when you reach the end of the level, it's satisfying. You got through it. You're like, oh, you know, deep breath. And all is right in the world. Now, with Infinity Nikki, it has platforming, and platforming is actually my favorite part of the game. When I play through the story, I just skip past everything, fam. I'm not paying attention. I don't care that much. I just like getting to the parts where they make me jump around on stuff. I like that. It's one of those. It took away the anxiety of platforming, because if you miss. If you fall and you land in the void or you land in the water, guess what? You just respawn. You just respawn at the platform you were standing on. Let's say you lost all your hearts. You just go back to the warp stone, the waystone or whatever, and just start, you know, just start from the warp stone. And if you're doing like a time challenge, like one of the Realm of the Dark challenges, and you know, you got 5 minutes or whatever to get the 20 shards, and you fall, you just go back to the, you know, you lose all your hearts, you just go back to the most recent checkpoint, and you still have your time. If you can do it before the time is up, there you go, just do it. And I feel like it makes it so much less anxiety inducing. Like, I don't have to worry. It's all good. I can just start back from where I was. I know some people might think, oh, that's baby game. That's easy game. Like, what? Don't you want a challenge? I feel like the challenge is still there. It's still challenging without me getting angry. Like, I still feel a sense of satisfaction when I get it done. Although it doesn't reset you, it doesn't get rid of your items or anything like that. It's still satisfying. I don't rage about it. I don't know why people think you have to rage at a game for a game to be good, for a game to be fun. I don't like raging at games. I play games to relax. Why would I want to work a long day at work, come home, and then play a game and then be angry at the game? Like, no, I'm not doing that. I already worked a long day. I want to come home. I want to chill. Like, I want to jump around, get some wind balloons, and find some dudes. Some dudes out in the field somewhere, and pet cute animals. And even, I mean, not all games have to be cozy games. You know, I play games other than cozy games. You know, I love Elden Ring. I played Elden Ring. But it's like, okay, Elden Ring is another one of those things. People think that not everybody, it's just some people, you know, it's to discourse over if you use summons, if you use rivers of blood, if you use this and that, or if you have your friends help you, you're not a true gamer, blah, 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 blah. Get out of my face. I don't care. I'm gonna use all the mechanics the game gives me, because if the game didn't want you to use them, why is it in the game? Why is it in the game? If it don't want you to summon, why did it give you the ability to summon? If you don't want you to call your friends, why did they give you multiplayer? It's there to be used. And you can make the game as easy or as hard as you want to make the game. I played through the game, I enjoy it, I love it. I have 3 playthroughs. Played through it 3 times. 3 times, babe. Okay? So, all the bosses. Promise Consort Radon 2. Yep, Millennia 2. Yep. And so it's like, not all games have to cause you anger for them to be good. And I feel like Infinity Nikki kind of recognizes that. Like, you don't have to, except for, you know what? There's one exception. Okay. The freaking wind stars. The wind stars that you gotta catch. Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky, when I catch you. Those ones? Oh, yeah, no. Those drive me crazy. I don't even get them. I just, as soon as I see it's one where you have to, like, catch it, I walk right by it. I walk right by it, fam. Nah, it's not for me. It's not for me, darling. Sorry. I feel like that's the only time where I have been annoyed or irritated at the game. But it still manages to be a fun game. Like, without the rage. It keeps the challenge without you having to turn the game off and cry about it. You know, and it's just one of those things. I just love it. I just love that. This is just the glazing, 20 minutes of me glazing Infinity Nikki. But I hope some other people, like-minded people, can understand and relate to what I'm saying. So, some of the dresses, if you just look at the dress, I used to work at a fabric store, and when I look at these dresses, I can see like the different types of fabric. Like, I know what each is. I could literally take a picture in game and probably go to the store, get the fabric needed, and make an Infinity Nikki cosplay, because that's how detailed it is. It's like you see the lace, you see the ruching, you see just all like the minky, the fluffy, the furry, you see the soft, the satin, the silk, like you see it all on the clothes, and it's just so beautifully detailed. Every single article of clothing, from the 5-star outfits to the 3-star outfits, like it's just like I love whenever a new outfit comes out. Right now they're doing the Chinese New Year, and I have been pulling, and I've been trying to get the floating outfit one. I thought I wanted the firework outfit, the black dress one, but I was like, yeah, well, I'm not a ball gown person when I play the game. Like, it's cute in pictures, but I don't like run around in ball gowns when I'm playing the game. I wear like short outfits, or like more casual stuff. Actually, the footage I'm putting in here, this is not casual. It's not casual at all. I like my stuff to be like really unique looking. Even if you look at like the 3-star outfits, and you zoom all the way in, you can see just every single texture of the fabric, and you can tell their focus is primarily on this clothing. Like, this is a top tier dress-up game. This is the dress-up game of my dreams, and best believe me, I was on all the dress-up games. Okay, Girls Go Games saw me every day after school. Yeah, Girls Go Games. Doing the love games where you zap the boys and you make them follow you in the school. Like, that was my childhood, and it's just wow, having something like this beautiful, this advanced. Like, I never thought I'd see the day. And I appreciate it so much. I love it so much. You know, oh, I guess another thing. It's like, Nikki, like, sexy is one of the categories in the game. And she has quite a few sexy outfits, but it's done in a way where it's sexy, but it's classy. Like, it's not creepy. You're not getting, like, upskirt shots. There's no, like, jiggle physics. Like, Nikki is not sexualized in any way, but yet can still be sexy. And I love that. I love that you can portray all these different types of fashion, of, you know, coolness, freshness, sweetness, sexy, without sexualizing a character. It shows that it can be done. It can be done. Okay? So it's like, so many people give excuses. I'm like, well, this character's like this, so this is why we have to make her like that or whatever. It can be done, and we see it now. Like, it has set the standard that you can achieve these certain things without creating gooner bait, you know? So yeah, it's I have so much love for this game, and I'm just happy to share it with someone. So I hope you enjoyed my unfiltered yap session. You know, I will go back and edit this down and add footage and everything, but this may be the start of a series where I just sit and I just talk into the mic. You know, try not to have things be overly produced, I guess, and not have everything just be such a formal video essay. That's a topic for another video, and I have a lot to say about video essays and things of that nature, although I have made video essays. But yeah, just thank you for joining. Like the video if you liked it. I would appreciate it. Subscribe if you want to see more me, more fish-themed VTuber talking at ya. Yeah. You know, just something a little different. Don't get too intimidated by VTubers, okay? We're not all the same. We're not all the oh whoa, daddy, yeah. You know, we're not all of that. A lot of us are just normal people, just using an avatar because we don't want our face all out there, okay? Yeah. I will see you next time. Bye bye.